Hello, I am Mrs. Clanton Martinez, and welcome to this library instructional session about Netiquette. During this session, we will discuss what Netiquette is, when and how to use it, and we'll also touch on cyberbullying since it's related. At the end of the session, there will be a short assessment to sum up what you're able to take away from this session. So let's get started. The definition of netiquette, according to the Oxford Dictionary, is an informal code of practice regulating the behavior of internet users when using email, bulletin boards, chat rooms, news groups, etc. The word netiquette is a combination of the words net and etiquette. It is basically rules of etiquette to follow while online. This may seem intimidating, it's really quite simple. Basically, be nice to each other online. We'll go over some rules and examples during this lesson. The purpose of today's session is to help you understand proper netiquette, how to be polite to one another online. These are our learning outcomes for today, and you are the learner. Today, you, the learner, will understand when to use netiquette, you will identify positive online behavior in netiquette, and you, the learner, will identify the signs of cyberbullying. You should use netiquette anytime you are using digital media to share information and messages. This includes text messages. Some examples of when we practice netiquette are email, texting, social media, message boards, virtual meetings such as Zoom, and school electronic platforms. Of course, netiquette is not limited to these platforms, but should be used whenever you are communicating with someone using digital communication. Why should we always use netiquette? Many times our messages are lost in text. We use many clue language and facial expressions. Since we can't include nonverbal cues, our messages can be misinterpreted. Text can lead to misunderstandings or miscommunication, so it's important to be clear and remain as nice as possible. Using netiquette helps us to be polite and reduce miscommunication and misunderstandings while texting. So, how do we use netiquette? Let's go over some positive online behaviors that will help you use netiquette while communicating with digital media. Remember that a fellow message, the golden rule to treat others the way you want to be treated applies here. Give your fellow human beings the same respect you deserve when texting. Keep posts and text to a minimum. Long posts may bore or even irritate readers, and if they are having either of those emotional responses, your message will be lost on them. Do not use all caps. It will come across as though you are shouting, and many people will find that rude. Everything is public. Even if you set your social media to private, or if you delete a post, anyone can screenshot and share. You're careful when posting or texting, and do not send anything that you wouldn't want shared with the public. Sharing too much information about yourself can also make people feel uncomfortable. Be careful about what you choose to share about yourself. Since everything is public, do not share pictures of yourself unless you don't mind that they are shared publicly. Remember, anyone can screenshot anything. Avoid texting or posting when you're emotionally charged. Give yourself some cool-off time before posting about a topic. You might feel bad about it later or unintentionally hurt someone else. Do not rely on the internet to help you sort through your feelings. Find a friend or trusted adult to help you work through your emotions. Never reveal personal information to strangers or others. Anyone can pretend to be someone they are not on the internet, and even if you feel that you have a connection to them, remember, any profile can be fake. And remember, always be kind and courteous to others. Use positive language that does not feed into flame wars and arguments. It helps to do a quick evaluation of your post or text before hitting send. You can use the think evaluation to help you decide if it's worth posting. Is it in any of these categories? Is it a truthful statement, or does it further perpetuate rumors, bullying, or misinformation? Is your post or text helpful to others? Does it help to inspire or spread positivity, or will it create an argument? Is it necessary and provide a specific purpose? And finally, is it kind? Remember to use the golden rule when texting and posting, and keep in mind it's another human being, and in some cases, several hundred or thousands of human beings. Remember to be kind to them the same way you'd like to be treated. That brings us to our next topic, which involves cyberbullying. All of us at one point have encountered bullying in real life and online. The Oxford English Dictionary defines cyberbullying as the use of information technology to bully a person by sending or posting texts or images of an intimidating or threatening nature than real life bullying and should not be tolerated. We're going to look at signs of online bullying to help you identify when you are being bullied and to help you avoid behaviors that bully others online. Here are some examples of cyberbullying. Many of us have been the victim of these, and it's possible that we may have engaged in these behaviors. If you have, just stop the behavior and be careful about how you communicate with others in the future. Malicious texts or posts include inflammatory and divisive language. They may attack or make fun of an individual, of an organization, or group. Before posting something, consider if it's something that you would want posted about yourself. Sharing information or photos of other trend to photograph individuals in public and post them to social media because they found that person funny looking or offensive. Taking photos and posting them without permission is cyberbullying. Attacking someone and personally insulting them is cyberbullying. This can take place in text messages, message boards, social media, anywhere. Insulting someone is bullying. Using social media to start and spread rumors and information that is personal or not true is cyberbullying. If it's not anyone else's business, then don't share it. Hacking into another person's account to post information posing as them is cyberbullying. Also, creating or post hurtful messages is cyberbullying. Posing as another person online to manipulate others is cyberbullying. Although it is never okay to insult someone for having different view from ours, it is still okay to disagree with each other. The internet can provide excellent platforms for civil discourse and is a great place to find people who think differently and to stretch our personal horizons. However, it's important to understand that simply disagreeing with each other is not it's just a fact of life. Disagreeing is not bullying, but insulting someone for thinking differently is bullying. This is why netiquette is crucial to understand so we can maintain civil conversation online. Have you ever been bullied? Here are some signs that cyberbullying is taking place. If anyone ever shares content of you without your permission, if unwanted content was sent to you without your permission, if you've been harassed or insulted through digital media, or if false information about you is posted online or spread through digital media, then you might have been a victim of cyberbullying. So you can stop others from bullying you. It also helps you to refrain from anything that might be interpreted as these behaviors, so you don't unintentionally cyberbully other people. Now we'll look at examples of online communication, and you will determine whether the writer is using proper netiquette or showing signs of cyberbullying. On the next few slides, we'll look at examples for you to evaluate. Use the Google form provided by your teacher to record your answers. Remember those learning targets we talked about in the beginning? This assessment is intended to measure those targets. I'm going to ask you to identify examples of netiquette and signs of cyberbullying. Netiquette example number 1. We'll do this one together. Josh is disappointed with the grade on his essay. He spent a lot of time and effort working on it and still did not receive the grade he felt he deserved. He decides to send an email to his teacher using all capital letters to show the teacher his frustration. In his email, he demands to know why the teacher hates him and gives lower grades than he deserves. In this example, is Josh using proper netiquette? Would be your response on the Google form provided by your teacher. So for this example, we'll do this one together. If you pointed out that Josh should not have used all caps to email his teacher, you've correctly identified that Josh did not use proper netiquette. Also, instead of demanding to know why the teacher gave him that grade, he should ask, or even set up a time to talk to his teacher during tutorials in a calm manner. The lower grade could be everything from a typo to a misunderstanding, and if the teacher teacher did assign the correct age to learn that he can do differently on his next assignment. Netiquette example number 2. You will do this one on your own. One of Omar's classes requires that he post his opinion about a class reading assignment to a discussion board, then respond to at least 2 of his classmates. Omar posts his opinion about the reading assignment, and several students in his class disagree with him. One of the students accuses Omar of bigotry based on Omar's opinion. Omar does not return the ground with the other students. In this example, is Omar using proper netiquette? Would you do anything different? Type your explanation in the Google form provided by your teacher. Netiquette example number 3. You will do this one on your own. Paula spent a lot of her money on a pair of headphones that she'd wanted for a long time. She ordered them online, and when they arrived, she could not get them from the company's public social media page and tells the company that they are liars who stole her money. She does not pay attention to her grammar, spelling, and punctuation. In this example, is Paula using proper netiquette? Would you do anything different? Type your explanation in the Google form provided by your teacher. Now we will look at 2 examples of cyberbullying. We'll do this one together. In this example, Ada and one of her friends had a disagreement. Ada had let her friend use her phone earlier and had access to her friend's Snapchat. To get back at her friend, Ada posted snaps using her friend's Snapchat account that insulted mutual friends. In this example, is Ada showing signs of cyberbullying? If you pointed out that Ada should not have used her friend's Snapchat account to post insults about her friends, then you are correct. Ada does not have any business using an account that is not hers. Just because your friend did not give Ada the right to access the account and pretend to be her friend. This is an example of cyberbullying. Cyberbullying example 2. You will do this one on your own. Taylor notices a girl in the same class who has special needs and asks a lot of questions to clarify the teacher's instruction. Frustrated, Taylor secretly takes pictures of the girl and posts the images to Instagram with comments about her appearance and intelligence. In this example, is Taylor exhibiting signs of cyberbullying provided by your teacher? And remember to submit your form when you are finished. Remember, using proper netiquette requires that you always use your best spelling, grammar, and punctuation, but it also comes down to being kind to your fellow human beings. Remember that golden rule: treat others the way you want to be treated. Use the THINK acronym to help you evaluate your messages before you hit send to a text message or before you post something online. Here are some additional resources that you can use to help you further. Thank you for listening. I hope you have a nice day.